How are you doing? Well, welcome to day 3 of 21 and Amplify. This morning I thought what better place to encourage you from the office of where it all happens. I'm in the office with Lewis and Hannah and Anne, because even though we're praying and fasting, life still has to happen, doesn't it? We still have to do whatever it is we're called to do. So I thought what better place to film than here with Lewis and the rest of the crew. Can I get an amen, Lewis?
Amen.
And you wonder what we do outside of Sundays. You know, as I've been praying about this morning, I'm really excited about what I believe the Lord wants to do in your life as you begin to seek Him for new desires, for the plans that He has for you. I believe that for many, the Lord is going to rekindle some dreams and fan into flame the fires of faith. You know, today's reading is Psalm 139, that incredible Psalm of David in which we get a glimpse of why God called him a man after His own heart. In Psalm 139, David speaks of how he has invited the Lord to examine his heart, to reveal if there's anything that is unpleasing to Him. What set David apart from others wasn't his great exploits or his military victories, but his desire to walk in a right relationship with the Lord of heaven and earth. So often we live our Christian life as though it's simply one part of our life. An important part for sure, but still just a part and not the whole of our life. David reminds us that there's no place to hide from God. There's no place in our lives that God isn't aware of. The more you look at life, the life of David, the more you get the sense that David's primary desire was to ensure that he didn't let things get in the way of his relationship with the Lord. I wonder if the details of our lives were made public, if our thought life was made public, if everything we did was displayed and laid bare for the world to see, what would other people, those around us, those observing us, say about the place of God in our life? You see, Jesus declared that His desire for you was that you would experience a rich and satisfying life, that your life would be fruitful. And the key to this is building your life on Him and not simply trying to add Him into the mix of your life. I want to encourage you today to take a moment and meditate on Psalm 139 and to ask yourself this question: how much of my heart does God really have? How much do the everyday things of my life reflect my faith and my thankfulness to the Lord for giving me new life? And as you do that, let the Lord begin to show you where you might need to make some changes. Ask Him what those changes might be in order for you to become the person Jesus has made you to be. And I want to finish this morning with this fasting thought. In your book, you'll see a quote from John Calvin. He talks about how fasting is directed to three things: a curbing of our natural desires in order to keep them in check, as a preparation for prayer in order to hear the Lord better, and lastly is a testimony of our humility in the presence of God, where we recognize our need to confess sin and receive His forgiveness. All three of these will help you become the person God has made you to be, and who He wants you to be, and who He's calling you to be. And so as you go into day 3, let me encourage you, even though it feels like you've just started and there's a long way to go, don't give up. Let God work His purposes in you and through you over the remaining 21 days. God bless you, and I look forward to hearing your story of how God is moving in your life.